Welcome to Raw. You are looking at video from earlier today backstage as the CM Punk Vengeance Tour rolls on. As Gunther continues to learn on a weekly basis, very painfully we might add, that CM Punk does not forgive and he does not forget. Gunther sent through a glass window, and that wouldn't be the end of it, as Punk would hit a GTS on the ring general and leave him laid out unconscious. We can report that CM Punk has been barred from the arena here tonight, and Gunther was sent to a local hospital where he is being evaluated. The action getting started before the bell even rings here tonight. Kicking things off officially this week, we're going to see Bayley in action, as she will be going one-on-one with Io Sky. A lot of history between these two. They have been friends and teammates, and they've also been enemies. They get Raw started this week. And before these two lock up, we want to make an announcement about a special live event happening here in the Open Mic universe. Saturday night, June 14th at 10 p.m. Central Time. We will be bringing Tribute to the Troops to you. And it's going to be live on YouTube as well as Twitch. Now, the origins of the Open Mic universe. It all began as a live streaming show. We're going to bring back a little of that with Tribute to the Troops. And hopefully what will be the first of many live events we do here in the universe. So we'd love for you to join us here on YouTube. And for some of you day ones that were with me from the beginning, you can join us on Twitch as well. We will have 2 chats going. We'd love for you to join in and be a part of Tribute to the Troops. Mark your calendar and be here Saturday night, June 14th at 10 p.m. Central Time. Io with a drop kick coming off the top rope. Rolls the role model back in and now goes for a cover. Only gets a 1. Io back up top. Moonsault off the top rope. Gets a 2 that time. Io can't believe it. Now Bayley hoisted up onto the top turnbuckle. This does not look good for Bayley. Io connects. I think she took a little bit of the damage as well. Io back to the top rope. She's not called the Genius of the Sky for nothing. And Io Sky gets things started tonight with a victory over Bayley. Next, we've got tag team action in a rematch of a match we saw last week on Raw. Los Lotharios taking on the Trick Mello Gang. Last week, a little bit of controversy in the finish of that match. During a pin attempt by Angel, as the referee was making her count, Carmelo Hayes would actually reach over and grab the bottom rope, but the referee never saw it and awarded the victory to Los Lotharios. So we're running it back again this week, and hopefully we're going to get a clear winner without any controversy. And Trick able to work his way out there. Slams Angel to the mat, makes the tag. In comes Carmelo Hayes. Hayes not happy over the last week with how everything played out, but he and Trick both very thankful that they get another opportunity here this week against Angel and Berto. Carmelo rolls Berto over. Only gets a 2. Berto able to get that shoulder up. DDT. Now Hayes going up top. But Angel throwing Carmelo Hayes off of the top rope, and now that opens the door for Berto as he drop kicks Carmelo Hayes to the floor and also takes out Trick. But Trick now fighting back. Looks like Hayes getting back to his feet. DDT from Trick Williams. Berto sent into the barricade. Hayes gets in before the count of 10. And that's going to do it. Again, not the kind of finish we were hoping for. But again, in back-to-back weeks between these two teams, kind of an unfulfilling finish to their match. Next, it's our main event, Sheamus. He will be taking on the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. If you missed Raw last week, Fatu attacking Seth freaking Rollins after his Intercontinental Open Challenge match against Shawn Spears. You got to think that came at the direction of the final boss, the High Chief, The Rock. And from behind Seth freaking Rollins, you knew that the visionary, the architect, was not going to stand for the attack that took place last week. And now he's out here on Raw, the match called off. He's bringing some receipts. Blocks the kick there from Jacob Fatu. Sends Fatu into the ring steps. Now looking under the ring for a weapon. The weapon of choice is a steel chair, which the Samoan Werewolf used on Rollins last week. Seth now sending Jacob into the WWE Universe as the beatdown continues amongst the fans. Some of these fans with tickets right there are getting an up-close fight right there at their seats. Rollins with a headbutt. Another headbutt. Jacob just trying to get away, but Seth freaking Rollins not giving Jacob Fatu any opportunity to get away. We talked about what The Rock said last week coming out of Survivor Series. There were two people that he was disappointed in. And it was Seth Rollins, who was the last one eliminated in one of the traditional Survivor Series elimination tag matches. And also Ivy Nile, who was the captain of the women's War Games team representing WWE. He said he would deal with both of those individuals accordingly. We saw him sick his werewolf on Rollins last week, and then on SmackDown we saw him send his cousin Nia Jax out to confront the WWE Women's Champion Ivy Nile. Kick to the face. But Rollins quick back to his feet. Now Rollins up on the announce desk. What's he got planned here? Drops an elbow down on Jacob Fatu. And Rollins sending the Samoan werewolf into the announce table. Last week, The Rock sending Jacob Fatu to deliver a message to Seth Rollins. And this week, Rollins sending a return message as he takes out the enforcer of the Bloodline. Hey guys, welcome to Nitro. We're getting started with another first round match in the tournament to find the two tag teams that will head to STARRCADE to take on the Dudley Boyz for the WCW Tag Team titles. And that match is going to be a TLC tag match. This one here tonight, like all the first round matchups, will be a tables match. The former WCW Tag Team Champions, The New Day, former one-time WWE Tag Team Champions, Pretty Deadly, who will move on to take on AOP next week on Nitro. And if you missed the big announcement on Raw, we have got a special live event coming up this Saturday, January 14th, 10 p.m. Central Time on both YouTube and Twitch. And it might be the biggest wrestling simulcast since March of 2001, where Raw and Nitro aired simultaneously on the USA Network and TNT. But unlike Vince McMahon, I don't plan on holding anybody in the palm of my hand. My son is 3 years old and he can't even read, so I doubt he's going to show up and say that he now owns WCW. We're bringing you Tribute to the Troops. It'll be a co-branded show. 3 WWE matches, 3 WCW matches. And there are some ties and implications to the upcoming STARRCADE pay-per-view. We're going back to our roots. The original format of the Open Mic Universe was as a live streaming show. And you don't want to miss this special live event. Saturday night, June 14th, 10 p.m. Central Time. We would love to have you join us for Tribute to the Troops. Now back to the action. We've got two teams that have had some success in our universe. Like we said, the New Day, the most recent former WCW Tag Team Champions. They were the team that the Dudleys defeated in a tables match back at Halloween Havoc. This was kind of a unique concept that Bubba Ray and Devon put together as a way to defend the WCW Tag Titles. Titles that they won coming out of retirement. And a lot of it had to do with a TLC tag match that took place at Fall Brawl between the New Day and the Motor City Machine Guns, who were tag team champions at the time. The Dudleys took exception to those two teams, using the match that they helped put on the map. And they would take the other match that they put on the map, the tables match, and use that to become the new WCW Tag Team Champions. And now at STARRCADE, they want to showcase the TLC tag match the way it was originally intended, as a 3-team match. Kit Wilson setting up a table, and Kofi, I don't even think he knew that table was there. Puts Elton Prince through it, and the New Day moving on to round 2. Next week on Nitro, they will meet AOP in a ladder match to see who goes on to STARRCADE. Next, we're going to see Ridge Holland. He will be in singles action against Dexter Lumis. We don't see Lumis very often in the universe, but definitely on a personal level, one of my favorite characters in the open mic universe. This one is underway, and Ridge, not wasting any time here, taking it to Dexter Lumis. Talked about STARRCADE. That's the next big pay-per-view coming up in the open mic universe. We've already got a few matches already announced. We've got our main event, which we will talk about a little bit later on in the show, in our main event of this show. Cody Rhodes will be defending the WCW World Title against AJ Styles in a rematch from Halloween Havoc. We found out last week who WCW Women's Champion Raquel Rodriguez will be defending the championship against. It'll be Bianca Belair, as Bianca won a triple threat match against Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. You know, the Dudleys have the WCW Tag Team titles on the line in a TLC tag match. We'll find out next week who the other two teams will be. On the WWE side, we've got Seth freaking Rollins. He will be putting up the WWE Intercontinental Championship against the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Braun Strowman defends the WWE United States Championship against Karrion Kross. Lumis here, looking to try to get Ridge to tap. And he does. Dexter Lumis, victorious this week on Nitro. Next, we've got a woman we just talked about, Raquel Rodriguez, the WCW Women's Champion. She will be defending that title against Bianca Belair at STARRCADE. But here on Nitro, she will meet Nikki Cross. Nikki making her way into the ring. And Raquel not even waiting, as she begins the assault on Nikki Cross. The referee trying to pull her back. Got to think that Raquel, who does have some history with Bianca, defeated her back at SummerSlam, successfully defending the WCW Women's Championship. But most recently, Bianca was her partner in the Women's War Games match. And Raquel making quick work of Nikki Cross. And she is the winner. Next up in our main event, we've got the phenomenal AJ Styles. He will be taking on Ilya Dragunov. As we mentioned, AJ will be getting a rematch against Cody Rhodes for the WCW World Championship. It will be a no disqualification match. AJ, who felt that he was screwed back at Halloween Havoc when LA Knight was the special guest referee in that match. LA Knight was a little quick on the count. Since that time, Cody's been trying to make things right between AJ and himself, wanting AJ to join the men's War Games team representing WCW. AJ did eventually join that team and join Captain Cody Rhodes. They were unsuccessful against Team WWE. But AJ's condition all along was that to join the team, if Cody was serious about wanting to make things right, he wanted his rematch. Cody agreed. And that's going to be our main event at STARRCADE. AJ with a Styles Clash rolls Dragunov over. That's going to do it. AJ deciding not to leave the ring is now adding insult to injury. If I'm the American Nightmare, I would be on high alert with this new aggressive AJ Styles. Welcome to WCW Thunder. Kicking things off this week, our WCW United States Champion. Main event, Jey Uso. Jey, who last week came out big for his buddy R-Truth as he would save him from a chair attack at the hands of Dirty Dom and his deadbeat dad, Despicable Ray. He'll be taking on Austin Theory in our opening match this week. We've got a special live event coming up here in the Open Mic universe. Saturday night, June 14th at 10 p.m. Central Time, we will be bringing you Tribute to the Troops. 3 matches from the WWE, 3 matches from WCW. We would love to have you join us. It'll be live here on YouTube and Twitch. And the live streams for the universe. It's where the universe started. And we would love to have you join us. So make plans to tune in Saturday night, June 14th, 10 p.m. Central Time. And join us for Tribute to the Troops. Jey having a little difficulty getting to his feet. Theory now with an attack in the corner. Suplexes Jey Uso. Now Theory going up to the top rope. Double axe handle down on the champ. Like I was saying earlier, Jey, who made a huge save last week on Thunder, coming to the aid of really a guy that has only kind of recently become a friend with him, R-Truth. The two of them were a part of Team WCW for War Games back at Survivor Series. Last week, he would come to the aid of his new friend R-Truth, as Truth was on the verge of a pretty nasty chair attack at the hands of Dom and Ray. Running hip attack there in the corner. In theory, wobbly on his feet, the crowd behind Jey Uso. Now Jey going up top. Uso splash. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg. And main event, Jey Uso, your winner as he defeats Austin Theory here in our opening match on Thunder. Next, we're going to see Alba Fire. She is accompanied by her tag team partner, Isla Dawn. She'll be taking on Lyra Valkyria. Lyra, one of the fastest rising stars, not only just here in WCW, but in the open mic universe. She had a huge championship opportunity back at Halloween Havoc against Raquel Rodriguez. Came up a little bit short, but I have no doubt that at some point Lyra Valkyria will be a women's champion. Really, the way things have been going with Raquel, not a whole lot of women have had a lot of success against her. She has been a strong champion. Some of that having to do with her ties to the LWO. They are notorious for lying, cheating, and stealing. But even beyond that, she has been a strong champion. She will put that WCW Women's Championship on the line at STARRCADE against Bianca Belair. It'll be Bianca's second time to try to take that championship off of Raquel. We'll see if the second time is the charm for the EST. Alba just slamming Lyra's head into the mat. Now Lyra sending Alba Fire down to the ringside area. Drops an elbow off the top rope. Throws her back in. Lyra going to go for a cover here. Rolls her over. And that will do it. Lyra Valkyria able to weather the storm of Alba Fire and comes away with the win. Oh, great. We're going to get to hear from The Miz. What the hell is this? Miz is not the WCW television champion. He was defeated by LA Knight a few weeks back. Ah, look at that. Nice touch there from our production crew as they let us know that Miz is not the WCW television champion. But I'm guessing maybe he went to Fanatics, got himself a replica title. And if you want to be like Miz, check out the link down in the description where you can pick up your own replica championship belts and all other t-shirts and merchandise for your favorite superstars, legends, and Hall of Famers. And who knows, maybe you can be just like The Miz and make yourself a champion. Miz says if LA Knight's not going to show up to work and handle the responsibility of being television champion, then he guesses that the real TV champion is just going to have to handle that responsibility. He says with Tribute to the Troops just days away, he can't think of a better way to showcase the two most prominent titles in WCW, the TV title and the World title, on that show. And out comes our WCW World Champion, Cody Rhodes. Cody tells Miz that Halloween was months ago, and you can't just go and buy a title and call yourself a champion. Miz says not only was he the greatest television champion of all time, but he was the star of the Marine movie franchise. Cody says, "You're on." Well, Miz gets his wish. He's still not the WCW television champion, but he will meet Cody Rhodes at Tribute to the Troops. Next, it's time for our main event, and it's going to be the final first round tables match in the tag team tournament to decide who will take on the Dudley Boyz at STARRCADE for the WCW Tag Team titles. Out first, the returning Motor City Machine Guns. We haven't seen them since Fall Brawl. They will be meeting Dirty Dom and Despicable Ray from the LWO. And here is Jey Uso and R-Truth. We talked about it earlier last week. Dom and Ray tried to attack R-Truth with some chairs, but thanks to some help from main event Jey Uso, that attack was thwarted. And now they return the favor here. And this one, I guess the LWO is going to go forward with the match. The Machine Guns, former WCW Tag Team champions. They actually won those championships in their debut match back at the Great American Bash Detroit. They defeated the Street Profits. They would lose those championships at SummerSlam to the New Day. And then the last time we saw the Motor City Machine Guns was back at Fall Brawl in a rematch for those titles. They are back and definitely want to get their hands back on their tag team titles. We've already got one second round match already set. Next week on Nitro in a ladder match, we're going to see AOP and the New Day. And then the winners of this one next week on Thunder will meet the Street Profits in a ladder match. And again, the winners of those two ladder matches will go on to STARRCADE and take on the Dudleys in a 3-team TLC tag match for the WCW Tag Team titles. I'm sure Ray and Dom probably came into this one pretty confident that they can move on to the second round, but did not anticipate or expect that payback would be coming their way at the hands of R-Truth and Jey Uso. Ray sent into the guardrail. Dom suplex through the table. And the Motor City Machine Guns moving on to round 2. And they will meet the Street Profits next week on Thunder in a ladder match to see who is going to STARRCADE. Normally, we end each week here on SmackDown. Not this week, as we've got a special live event, Tribute to the Troops. We'll get into that a little bit later. Looks like we're going to hear from Karrion Kross. Maybe we'll find out why he attacked WWE United States Champion Braun Strowman last week, using Strowman's own United States Championship as a weapon. Kross says, "Tick-tock, big SOB. Your time is running out. After your team's embarrassing loss at Survivor Series that gave WCW the man advantage in War Games, he's personally taking it upon himself." Uh-oh. Here comes Braun Strowman. He says, yes, he's big, and Kross is about to find out why they call him an SOB. Strowman says the only thing running out of time is you from getting these hands. Oh, Kross with the microphone hits Braun Strowman in the face, goes to get him up to his feet, but Strowman fighting back. He lifts Kross up with a choke slam, as Karrion Kross did indeed get these hands. Next, we're going to see our WWE Women's Champion Ivy Nile go one-on-one with Liv Morgan, the woman she took the WWE Women's Championship from. Now, we mentioned it at the top of the show. We've been talking about it all week. Saturday night, June 14th, 10 p.m. Central Time, live on YouTube and Twitch. It's Tribute to the Troops. 6 matches, 3 from WWE, 3 from WCW. And out comes Nia Jax. Nia Jax, Ivy Nile's opponent at STARRCADE for the WWE Women's Championship. Liv rolls her up, but not enough to get a count of 3. So back to Tribute to the Troops. Like we said, 6 matches, 3 of which already signed on the WCW side. We will see the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who in just a little over a week will be defending his World Championship against AJ Styles at STARRCADE. He will take on the man that's walking around right now with a replica WCW television title. He's not the TV champion. Those two will meet in what The Miz calls a WCW Champions Exhibition. Obviously, Cody with the real championship. Miz with a toy replica. We'll see main event Jey Uso taking on Rey Mysterio, as Liv Morgan able to take advantage of the Nia Jax distraction to get the win over Ivy Nile. Up next, we've got Giovanni Vinci with Ludwig Kaiser in his corner. He'll be taking on CM Punk. Also signed for Tribute to the Troops, it'll be Los Lotharios taking on the Trick Mello Gang. We've seen these two teams meet a couple of times over the last few weeks. Both of those matches ending in sort of an incomplete fashion. The first match, Los Lotharios gets credited for the win, but Carmelo Hayes clearly had his hand on the bottom rope. The referee just not in position to see it. Then earlier this week on Raw, they would meet again, and Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams would get the win, but it would be via countout. So the officials from WWE decided we need a clear winner between these two teams. And they will meet at Tribute to the Troops inside a steel cage. Vinci able to grab that bottom rope. And thanks to Ludwig Kaiser getting the referee's attention, this match continues. Punk, who's had his share of dealings with Imperium as of late, now on somewhat of a vengeance tour through all the members. Big splash off the top rope. Now this week, the latest victim, Giovanni Vinci. There are 3 more matches yet to be announced. 2 more from the WWE side and 1 more for the WCW side. Referee pulled out of the ring. And again, the advantage of whoever's on the outside. When Punk is dealing with Imperium, comes into play again. Why the ref didn't toss Kaiser, I don't know. Then she goes down. Punk again up to the top rope. He wants Giovanni up on his feet. Cross body. Goes for the cover again. This time only gets a 1. Reversal, and Kaiser pulling on the leg of CM Punk. And Giovanni Vinci able to take advantage of the distraction there from Ludwig Kaiser on the outside. Now he goes for a cover. Only a count of 2. It's been a while since we've had a live stream from the Open Mic universe, so make plans to join us Saturday night, June 14th, 10 p.m. Central. Ad-free on YouTube, free with ads on Twitch. Punk with an Anaconda Vice. And Vinci with no choice but to tap CM Punk. Even with the added distraction of Ludwig Kaiser, comes away with the victory. Now it's time for our main event. Seth freaking Rollins with an Intercontinental Open Challenge. Where is Rollins? Well, that explains it. That's why he's not out there. He's being assaulted in the back by Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Rollins, who will be defending the Intercontinental Championship at STARRCADE against the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. And now his brothers in the Bloodline doing the dirty work. Back here in the back, I guess it's safe to say we are not going to have an Intercontinental Open Challenge or a main event here on SmackDown. And with each passing week, it's looking less and less likely that Seth freaking Rollins is going to walk out of STARRCADE still WWE Intercontinental Champion. Thanks for watching. We'll see you live on YouTube and Twitch for Tribute to the Troops.